Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you for joining us here today on the 19th of March of 2025. This is the Twin Flame Soulmate or Karmic Love Relationship reading that we do every Wednesday. We've been doing it for a few years now. Thank you for your love and your support through Patreon, through liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting here on YouTube. As you know, this is a lot of work goes into these videos, so just check that you're notified of the uploads. Make sure you're subscribed and you're receiving the notifications. And some of you haven't been, so possibly unsubscribe, subscribe again, and make sure that you've pressed the little bell to be notified, and that way the algorithm will help these videos, these messages get out to more people. Okay, we're doing the yes please today, so you may comment beneath the video, not in the chat section where this, I will be during the premiere. Make sure that you message beneath the video, that you comment yes please for a personal love message with our usual 2 decks. These are messages from your person. Sometimes we can be also connecting to your energy, so take the messages with a grain of salt. Okay, we're a day before the new astrological year, as the sun is going to pass from Pisces through to Aries, and I'd like to wish our Aries friends a happy birthday. I've got a few friends under that sign, so very important time for Aries people, or the part of your chart that is ruled by Aries and or Pisces, because that's where the retrogrades of Venus and Mercury are. I've got an amazing date. Make sure you mark it on your calendar. Around the 6th or 7th of April is going to be a magical day, so there are so many wonderful aspects. We'll be talking about it on Patreon when we do the astrology month ahead on tier 3. So if you're not a Patreon, maybe check us out. I do give you the option, if you're not a subscriber on Patreon, you can join us on Patreon, and you can make a one-off purchase for the month ahead astrology. That way you're supporting us without being on Patreon standard and paying every month. We've also got some other videos there: the Venus retrograde, the Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde. Very important videos, analysis that we go into, and the Venus star point, of course, when Venus is going to connect with the sun, and that's only in about 4 days. So I'm wondering what that's going to be for all of us. Venus, the goddess of love. The sun can be healing, can be a masculine figure, could be a father figure, could be someone who's successful, could be just matters of the heart. Venus is also money, abundance, finances, right? Good prospects that make you feel, that help you feel good. Venus is a feel good energy, right? She's anything that tastes good, that feels good, that makes you feel safe and secure, makes you feel loved, and you feel peaceful as well, because Venus is the goddess of peace. Remember, she rules Libra, and Libra is justice as well, balance, harmony in relationships. So this is a very important death process that Venus is going through. In a few days she's going to be rebirthed. So what will be rebirthed for you? What are you hoping for? Are you hoping for better finances, true love? Are you hoping for harmony, justice, and feeling good amongst friends? Venus could be a friendship as well. Could be anything to do with relating with others. Okay, let's see. What is the Karma Dharma today? Thank you, Spirit. Or whenever you receive this message. We've got Pisces. Observe that something is being released, sacrificed, some completion point, something karmic is coming to an end. That's the Pisces. part of our charts, which is where it's all happening. Pisces, Aries. This can also be martyrdom, having sacrificed a lot. Pisces is also our beliefs. Needing to believe, maybe connecting to spirit, connecting to someone through, and being emotionally connected to someone. Pisces is a mutable water sign, and it rules the 12th house. The 12th house could be secret love affairs. They could be, 12th house is also solitude, things going on that we are not aware of yet. I would say that the Pisces season will bring things into focus. There could be a lot of confusion as well, illusion, deception with Pisces. Yeah. This is like, it's the hanging man, and we know that the hanging man could be, a feeling of being punished. We cannot be hanging upside down for too long. We're needing to see things from a different perspective, from a different viewpoint. We're needing to trust, we're needing to believe that there can be magic, and there will be magic happening very soon. Very soon, very soon indeed, as Venus is going to go back to Pisces, and she's going to form a beautiful trine, a flowing, divine aspect to Mars in Cancer, very helpful for our emotional happiness. It will help the water signs and the earth signs more so. But we've also got water and we've got all the signs in our horoscope, right? So we've got Cancer, we've got Pisces. Which areas of life do they rule for you, depending on your rising sign? Let's see what's going on. Please concentrate on your person. What's going on in love at this point? As I said, whenever you view this message, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Some of you may be releasing a relationship where you've been the martyr, you've been the doormat, you've sacrificed so much, you've loved unconditionally, and that was not returned. Remember, that's Pisces energy, but this is also where the eclipses are happening, right? Pisces and opposite Virgo. Virgo is more about discernment, detaching, seeing things, sort of perfecting things, and seeing that we tick off each little box, that we don't see the bigger picture where we get lost, but see more of the details. Maybe we've been living in a dream. Maybe we've been seeing things through rose-colored glasses. Maybe we've needed to believe in magic, and there is a possibility that magic can happen moving forward, but where there's been illusion, deception, and misunderstandings, maybe these things will change for us now. We will be able to see much clearer, as we had a total lunar eclipse in Virgo, right, on the 14th. Today's the 19th, so we're in the eclipse portal. It's all about endings. Pisces is a very karmic 12th house, which speaks to release, and starting that brand new cycle. Aries. But this year is going to be totally different. It's not like every other year, because we've got the bigger outer planets changing signs. So I'm going to say it again and again for those that are not watching all of our uploads here on Divine Debut. We need to understand what's going on above, and then we can understand why our lives are in havoc and in chaos, why there is so much chaos in the world, collectively as well as us personally right now in these days that we are moving through. So someone is possibly going to release a relationship where the love was not returned, for the honeymoon to come in. Interesting. This is like black and white. It's very sudden, very quick, going from unhappiness in love because the love was not returned to the enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So whether there's a honeymoon or not, this could be a getaway, this could be a transition. We could see the boat and the calm waters here. So in a way, just like in the tarot, it's like 5 of swords, 6 of swords, that we're transitioning from troubled waters to calmer waters. But I truly feel here that for some of you, whether this is true or it isn't true, because some of you may feel as though you've done all the you've been sacrificing so much and giving so much, and that was not returned. Maybe someone needed to return the sacrifice. Maybe someone needed to see things from a different perspective. Maybe they were living through their own karmic life happenings, life situations where they needed to, that veil needed to come off, and they needed to see clearly that how they truly felt, right? Because this can also say that we have got the illusion that there's unrequited love, that the love was not returned, but maybe that's the illusion. So it will be different for each of us. Let's see what else we've got. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And this, if you're dealing with another connection, this is energetically blocking the happiness and the honeymoon, let's say. This could involve a trip as well. Honeymoon energies with the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Now, with Venus retrograde, my friends, yes, there can be past loves returning. Mercury's retrograde as well. So maybe there needs to be a clearing of the air, of the logic. Maybe there hasn't been logic and it's been total madness. Hopefully when Mercury and Venus turn direct in the month of April, things will clear up. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Now, we had this card yesterday with a messenger, and we see Aphrodite, goddess Aphrodite, which is Venus. We see this woman handing a wreath. So it's like a sacrifice to goddess Aphrodite. And I've been telling the people around me, give something away, give something Venusian away, something that you love, something that is of value, even if it's not expensive. It could be a lipstick to a friend. It could be a flower. Pick a flower, a beautiful flower from your garden, and hand it to someone, offer it to someone. Flowers are Venusian. But also positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And Pisces is faith. It's trusting. Okay, so stay optimistic. This could say that there is an offer on the table as well. This offer of love, this sacrifice could be to you if you are upholding the energy of Aphrodite. And what is Aphrodite? What is Venus? She's the goddess of love, peace, tranquility, unconditional love. Remember, Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. She will be the martyr. She will sacrifice for love. True love involves sacrifice, but not, of course, just sacrificing forever. It's believing that we are one, and not saying that, the scales are not, they're not 50-50. I've given 70, you've given 30. Maybe the other person wasn't able to give more at that time. Maybe cut someone some slack, give them a chance, okay? Maybe it's a testing time with Venus retrograde. Times in love will be testing, surely. And stay optimistic, it says. What's beneath that? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And this is Archangel Michael. For many of us, our spirit guide. What's he sitting on? Deception and wearing the mask. See, not seeing clearly. And someone has been wearing the mask and not speaking truthfully relative to their emotions. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Some of you, many of you will be very spiritual because you're here watching, watching this tarot reading. We're reading the energies. Remember, as above, so below. You may have been dealing with someone that was more about the materialistic, the hands-on situation. Is this relationship feasible in the 3D. And for many of you, I do feel that these very important love relationships, whether it be twin flame or a soulmate or even karmic relationships, sometimes, you know, the relationship is formed first on the etheric field before the practical 3D. I feel, that's what I feel. It's like everyone is going through, you know, an awakening and understanding that we are all connected, and we're not just 3D humans, we're all connected from above. So, you know, there's that special connection, and it's got a lot to do with you know, before our birth, when Venus connected with the sun before our birth. That's the Venus star point before our birth. Usually when we meet up with people and we think, you know, oh, the connection is, you know, off the charts. I feel like I know them, or there's something special about this person. Surely there's an important connection relative to your Venus star point and their Venus star point before your birth. I do truly believe in, you know, past incarnations. We've come into this lifetime. We've got things that we need to deal with, karma to work through, lessons to learn. Let's see. I get the goosebumps as I say that. What's going on in love? Think of your person. Concentrate on your person. And thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It does help the channel. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your love and your support through purchasing personal readings. They also help the channel. Dear Spirit, what's going on in love? What is happening? What is the potential? Let's take a Celtic cross. Seven of Cups, very Piscean, very confusing, many options, many doors open, not knowing which way to go, what is truly happening here. Seven of Cups for me could be someone that's having a bit too much to drink. Remember, Venus and Neptune, they will be connecting there at those last degrees of Pisces. That could be doing things that make us feel good. Okay, let's not go overboard though, right? Because Neptune is like escapism. Let's not go overboard. And there is a lot of solitude. There is a lot of loneliness, energetically speaking. I do talk with many people on a daily basis, and I know that there is a lot going on at this time. It's like time has stopped. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot going on that we may not be aware of. But there are also themes relative to the past that are returning, situations and people coming back from the past. Let's see what the challenge is here. The challenge is change and the wheel of fate, karma, some sort of a major ending. Maybe there have been injustices here, or a difficulty in understanding, because here we've got the illusion and here we've got the truth, like Neptune and Jupiter connecting here. Neptune would be the I don't understand what's really going on. There's so much illusion and deception. The challenge is to know the truth, or the challenge is the wheel of fate to turn in our favor, to turn upwards, because it's been tough. Jupiter has been transiting through Gemini, which he's in his full position. He's not strong there. He has turned direct, and he will be making good connections, very helpful connections with Aries and with Pisces and with Mercury. So I do feel that a lot is going to come through. A lot of truths will be revealed, a lot of communication. We may be also finding out relative to any legal issues, because Jupiter Jupiter rules the 9th house, and that is the bigger picture. That also speaks to justice or injustices, right? Let's see what is crowning. This is the miser, protecting our heart, protecting our best interests, not being open. Money issues could be playing a major role where love is concerned. Where is this coming from? Queen of Cups, there is the Queen of our heart, the Queen of Hearts, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Nevertheless, we see the divine feminine very open with their heart. She is the very intuitive queen, the very nurturing, motherly, and sacrificing queen as well. So she's at the root. We see the divine feminine having sacrificed a lot here. Maybe also having offered her cup of love here with an open heart. Recent past, we've got an Emperor here. Aries, Taurus, Aries mainly, but could be any sign. Now the Emperor, we know, is the one that wants to hold on to the control, the leader in whatever, whether it be family, whether they own their own business, they're the CEO, they're the boss. Yes, this could be someone who has got heavy responsibilities. They could be a father, they could be a grandfather, they could be the father of the person that you're interested in, let's say, or it could be just someone that's grown very suddenly in the recent past through heavy responsibilities. They could have gone grey overnight, which is not something that I get with this card, but it's also someone that needs to hold the fort. They're responsible for others, so they've got a lot that they deal with. Now the Emperor could also be someone that you could be dealing with that is trying to control you. This could be someone that's quite narcissistic. They're used to giving orders. They're not used to taking orders, but they're also someone who doesn't usually show an openness where heart is concerned because it's a sign of weakness. Maybe they've got a reputation to uphold, right? So let's see. In the near future, around the corner, we've got Major Arcana. We've got 3 majors, which is strong messages, obviously. We've got the Chariot, and the Chariot could mean travel. We've also got traveling over water here, traveling over land. This is going to another state. This is also energetically saying that someone is honing in on the energies, deciding to take that chariot somewhere. They are driven by the stars above, and the stars means this is what I want to accomplish. This is my wish. This is my wish that I need to move forward. I want to overcome any obstacles. This could mean a change of home. This could mean a travel prospect as well, but energetically also possibly overcoming some blockages, some challenges. And remember that Mars is now moving direct through the sign of Cancer, and we're going to have a beautiful flowing aspect from Mars to Venus. So we've got beautiful prospects early and mid-April. And well, this speaks to the Cancer season, which is not that far off. And remember, we're all on a different timeline. This is a general reading. Let's see what the position of you holds. You or this relationship. 10 of Swords, the darkest before the dawn. Feeling backstabbed, feeling disappointed, that there's been deception, that you've been dishonored, that you've been betrayed. 10 of Swords is back pain. It's I can't do this anymore. This is the end of the road. This is the darkest before the dawn. Just like the number 12 here, Pisces. Pisces can also speak to the psyche, to the soul, right? So it's like coming to the end of the road, not being able to do this anymore. And remember, 10s do speak to endings, but they also speak to new beginnings. And the Ace of Swords would be, you know, even though it's a double-edged sword, maybe you're perceiving that this relationship has come to an end, that there's been betrayal, that you've been betrayed, dishonored, deceived. But Spirit is saying, as you could see, she's looking at all the different perspectives here, unless this is someone that you're dealing with and they've needed to see things from a different perspective. Let's look at your person, your environment, let's say, which could be your person. We see the Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini or Libra. Quick action, quick communication, could be quite challenging as well. They seem quite rushed, or they could be dealing with any legalities. Remember that the Knight of Swords is the most rushed knight, and it's got a lot to do with perception, communication. So I don't know how your communication was with this person. You seem to be in the dark. It seems like they're coming in quickly to clear the air because they're holding the Ace of Swords that is upon you. Let's see what is showing up in your hopes or fears. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. You're hoping for someone that's going to be there, that could be dependable, stable, that even though they're the slowest king of the lot, remember this is the Emperor, could be the major arcana of the King of Pentacles. Again, we've got father, boss, leader, the most experienced king of the deck. So yes, some of you, because even though this is the environment, it's still your reading. So some of you may be really frustrated. You haven't been able to move forward. There's been a lack of clarity and understanding. King of Pentacles, though, if this is what's on their mind, they're hoping to be able to offer you something long term. Maybe they're hoping, because they've been very slow moving, maybe they're hoping to be able to salvage a situation. Maybe they're feeling that they've come to the end of the road and they're feeling that you're ready to give up. That's what I'm getting here. Because they see you as the Ten of Swords. Whether it's you giving up relative to them, or if you've been in another connection, a very narcissistic, controlling situation, maybe they're coming in. It's like they're coming in to save the day. Your hero is on their way. Let's see, because the observe for me also says that some of you may be either checking someone's social media out, or they're checking out your social media. And maybe they're seeing that you've been the martyr, that you've been used and abused in another connection, because this is someone that's holding back or holding on or waiting and being very patient. There's a similarity here with the Four of Pentacles. I get the Taurus energy. Taurus is all about stability. It's fixated, it's conservatism, it's very slow. Remember, Uranus is transiting, because this is a Taurus card. Aries, Taurus. Now, we could be talking about the same person. They could have planets, if it's a Taurus, they could have planets in Aries, or the other way around. We see an offer of a small offer. We've got the Page of Cups, Pisces. Now, we've only got a couple more days relative to the Pisces season, but remember, Mercury and Venus will be reversing. They're retrograding back towards Pisces. So the Pisces season will be prolonged. Even though we're going to, the sun is going to pass that 0 point, and we've got another eclipse on the 29th, which is a solar eclipse, an amplified, very strong new moon. where Mercury is going to be at that 0 degree. It's like cutting edge where the communication needs to happen. And Mercury is all about logic, trying to find the logic within the chaos, because it feels very chaotic at this time energetically. And, the Wheel of Fate, which is Jupiter, the Wheel of Fate, divine timing, is in the challenge position, which is saying, be patient. Things will start to progress, move. This could also be, let's get together. This could be talk. This could be a messenger, of course. It could possibly also be an apology. Remember, Pisces is very sudden and unexpected, just like the fish that's very slippery, right? So this could be quite a surprise. It is a small offer, but nevertheless, it is the outcome card. And remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces, and Mercury also will re-enter Pisces and connect with Neptune, the North Node, and Saturn. So, it's going to be really, really interesting, because what you expect is not going to happen. Things are going to be very different, I believe, from what we expect. We've got the Death card as the general energy, so big changes. Scorpio comes through very strongly. So there is a death process. Remember what I said, Venus is connecting with the Sun. She's going through a death process. She's going to be rebirthed. And as we're doing this reading, the moon is at those last degrees of Scorpio and in opposition to Uranus in Taurus. So sudden, unexpected change. Many doors possibly open. But it's got a lot to do with timing. Divine timing is in the challenge position. We've also got a King of Wands here. Could be a Scorpio, yes. I always say the King of Wands could be a Scorpio, but could also be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sag. Someone who's very passionate. Scorpio rules sex, intimacy. And we see a very sexual king here. Could be, yes, someone who is a boss. Someone who does have their own business, an entrepreneur, or they're very passionate about this connection. They're very passionate about change. We've got the World card. We see Venus in the womb, ready to be rebirthed. So could that be in a couple of days on the Venus conjunction Cazimi with the Sun? Could that be what's happening, that the divine masculine is going to take matters in their own hands and bring the change? Could they be going through an ending in their own personal life? Are you dealing with a foreigner, someone that you need to travel to get to? Okay, this could be the same person in a different light. 3 of Cups, third-party situations, or a possible meeting through someone traveling at a distance, a meeting that went really well, past reconciliation with this person. Ace of Swords, some clarity, some feeling of a sense of feeling victorious in the past, or things needing to be cleared, because 9 swords here. 8 of Swords is imprisoning. I'm bound by certain situations that I need to clear, that I need to speak my truth, that I am trying to win over, to be the victor and celebrate this connection. But there are third parties. Remember, this is the World card. The World card is the 4 fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. A cycle, a life cycle that needed to come to an end. Now, Scorpio is where Juno, the asteroid of commitment, marriage, and childbirth, Juno is at those first degrees of Sagittarius, and Juno will be retrograding back into Scorpio very soon and be traveling through Scorpio. So therefore she will affect the fixed signs. Juno is commitment, marriage. So the fact that Juno will be retrograding, someone needs time to figure things out And in Scorpio, it does speak to change and intimacy, whether it's emotional, being open emotionally or physically, connecting. Lots of secrets, lots of deception. Scorpio is secrecy. Let's see where the emotions are. What's going on relative to the psyche? Let's look at your person first of all. The person that you are thinking about. Where do we put these cards? I don't have room. Let's look at your person. How are they feeling at this time? New direction. They're following their heart, but it's blocked by a karmic partner. They're trying to come into compromise and trying to find the balance. Fairness, justice, possible also legalities, I'm going to say here. That's what I'm getting here, because your person has already taken a new direction, but they've still got things that they're dealing with, I do believe, with a karmic partner. Let's take another one. Yeah, they're seeking guidance, possibly from a professional. Could be a solicitor. Could be even a psychologist. If they've gone through a hard time, if they've been dealing with past karmic situations, they're wanting to take a different direction. Can you see that she's heading in a different direction than where the karmic partner is blocking their ability to move forward? But this is also seeking the inner light. This is like the Hermit. Virgo is all about purification. Let's look at you. What are you going through at this time? Now, I apologize if I'm always saying that you that's watching this reading, that you're more than likely the divine feminine. We've got more ladies here than gentlemen, so just change the character, okay? If we're seeking the answers coming from a divine masculine, we're looking into the divine masculine. Remember that we're all made up of the yin and the yang. Some ladies have got more yang energy than yin, right? Let's see what's going on with you. Newt. There's a sense of emptiness and no communication. Maybe this is what you're hoping for, a fresh start. Maybe you're waiting on this because we've got earth and fire here. We did see earth and fire, King of Wands, King of Pentacles. Remember that the Emperor, if this is not an actual person, it could be the energies which are quite heavy, right? Okay. Releasing. You're going through releasing. Practical matters are being released. You're hoping for a fresh start. Maybe you're hoping for a new life, but you're needing to release what's blocking you as well. I do get Scorpio energies with you. The release card for me is like the death card. And we've got pride and ego. Now, if this is a past partner, it could be someone that's quite prideful. Obviously, the Emperor doesn't get to that position of, strength and leadership without, the accolades that come along with it. Of course, it's responsibility, but good financial situation usually. Responsibility comes with more money. Those of you that feel a little bit prideful and you're sort of holding back and saying, no, I'm not going to act, and I'm going to wait. Let them, make the move. This needs to be released, the pride and the ego. But also, if you've been dealing with someone that's quite egotistical, self-centered, some of you could be releasing someone like that as well. Energetically also for you, I do feel that there's a possibility here that what is changing here is the connection being a more spiritual connection, and it possibly could be turning into a more practical. That's because the spiritual connection is being released. It could be changing into a more practical, real connection, because we've got the earth here, and this does speak to reality, right? Let's see what the general energy is. And we've got the masks. This card almost every single time comes through. Patience, that the masks will come off. There's the telepathic communication, or someone's been waiting for communication. They've been very patient and they have no idea what's going on. Or it could be, if there has been no communication, if this is your person, they're waiting on particular communication. It's like telepathically, they're asking you to be patient, that they will take off the mask in due time. See, this is the union has already formed telepathically, or even where distance is concerned, because communication comes through the internet here. Lots of grief coming from the feminine. She wants to return back to a past situation. There's a lot of grief, a lot of sadness coming from the feminine in this relationship, whoever holds the feminine side. Let's have a look at the Amira's Love Oracle, which we haven't used for a while. I hope Amira is watching. Hello, Amira. Hello, Amira. Thank you so much for this wonderful deck, which we don't use very often. Let's see what's going on. Please guide us, Spirit. What's going on in love? You may comment, yes, please, beneath for your own personal message. Give me a couple of days. I will get to all of you. I might even do the video as I'm taking the cards for you. So a message from your person, expect that in the next few days. So I will give you a few days to comment and maybe write your name as well, because sometimes the user their name doesn't show up. So you can write your name and the person you're interested in if you're wanting to do that in the comments. So I haven't done that for a while, so we'll do that for you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. What's going on, dear Spirit? What's going on? We've got a dark male, someone who likes to dress very plainly, very casually. They don't like wearing ties, it looks like. This is a free-spirited person there, someone who's darker, or someone who's darker for their race. I see dark hair and dark skin. This person also, for me, holds a bit of an attitude. So I'm getting that as well. They obviously like the color black. He's wearing black here. We've got a brunette male. Did I say male? Female. Brunette female with light colored eyes. She could be someone who could be on the darker side. They may also dye their hair even darker. Or it's someone who's fair, who likes to, dye their hair darker, but that's what we see here. Now, she could be an earth sign. She could be an earth sign. She could be a water sign as well, I'm going to say, because she's got those water or air as well, because she's got those lighter eyes. She's got green eyes here, but I suppose let's not get stuck on that. She could have just light colored eyes, green or blue, I suppose. Let's see. What else? We've got communication. We do have here, because I see she's got sort of she could be Latino, she seems darker. She's got darker skin than what this female is. She's very light skinned, and she's got reddish blondish hair. Could be sort of, she could be someone who dyes her hair, but Nevertheless, we see that there are two females here and they're back to back. Could be competition, but the card speaks to communication, so communication through social media. I don't know that they are the same female here. Let's see. We've got 3 individuals already, 2 feminine and 1 masculine. We've got friendship. We've got dating queen, and she's very close to this red-haired woman. So dating queen, and we see blonde with sort of light-colored eyes. That's not a necessity. She's got fair skin, so she could be someone that's well known. Let's say she's got lots of opportunities. She's quite popular. I don't know if that's what she does in her career. She's got many options. Or she's someone that's single and she's got many options, and I see that she's got her back turned to the options. It's like she's only dead set on someone that she's communicating through social media with. We see that here. And she's also turned her back on communication. Remember, I did say that there's a mute here in the position of you. So maybe there are other opportunities that you're not interested in. Now we see fire because there's a lot of red here. Fire means desire, so she could have some strong fire in her chart. Now with the divine masculine here, we've got 1 divine masculine. There could also be friendship. Let's take another card. We've got so many people here. It makes it really hard. I prefer to have other cards and not so many individuals here. Let's see what else we've got. And we've got obstacles. I'm going to take 2 more cards. Soulmate and past love. We see a broken heart that's coming into healing, but that's going to take some time with the obstacles. The obstacles are very similar to, that card is very similar for me to Saturn, and blockages or even karma. Let's put these cards further up so that you can see all the cards. So we do see 2 females here. Yes, this could also be 3. Let's not cross that out. We could be talking about someone that has quite a few options, or they're just they're surrounded by females, and they've got close friendships with females as well. So the divine masculine could hold a fair bit of either water or earth, because that's more feminine. We've got true gem. Someone who works with gems, someone that's very intuitive, someone that is very valued, someone who's got very strong intuition. What's that sitting on? We've got long distance, a long distance connection that is very valuable. Usually, well, when we don't live with someone on a daily basis, of course, we do fantasize and we deliberately think that everything is perfect, because we don't live with them on a daily basis. So that's only natural. We idealize them. We've got twin flame. Wow. So we've got a soulmate connection as well as a twin flame connection here. I'm wondering if you're not the third person and your person has got a dark female, which maybe they met through friends. Maybe they started off as friends, unless that was the way you started off. I don't know. They could also be in a team together where they work together. So they could be more like friends than twin flame, connection, where there's passion and desire. That could be the case as well. Nevertheless, we've got a twin flame connection here for sure, and a soulmate. So usually soulmates are people that need to come into our life. They could be our children, they could be a partner where certain, we had to come together to possibly have, children. Even our children are our soulmates. But maybe for some of you, you could be dealing with a past partner, an ex, which you could be separating and staying as friends, where the passion has finished. Let's look at the Lenormand. Lots and lots of messages. Now with the beauty, what's her name? Her name is Dating Queen, not the beauty queen. She's a dating queen. She could also be someone that's an advisor, someone that's there to help others with their relationships. So I don't know what kind of work she does. She could be a marriage counselor. She could be, yes, someone that is well known in their community, someone that brings people together. Let's see. Oh, she's someone that's up on stage. She's got strong Leo, I'm sure. Let's see what's coming through with the Lenormand. We'll take some more cards. Yep, we've got a divine feminine here. Water or earth. Strong water or earth. The dice is like a gamble, taking a risk, or even hedging her bets, dealing with two different people. Or someone's going to take a risk, and someone who likes to go to the casino, someone who's in another situation. Maybe that's why she's turned her back. But we see an offer on the table, and there's the offer. This is let's get together. There's romance here. Someone's going to take a risk on love. We've got, this could be an offer. This could be an invitation as well. Come and meet me. We see the ship, honeymoon. A get-together, possibly, if you're dealing with someone that's at a physical distance. We've got the sun, so there's great pride here. Lots of happiness. Leo comes through very strongly as well. And we see it's like the sun. I'm wondering if this is not going to happen early April, or even with the solar eclipse, around the solar eclipse, right? Sun and moon come together at that 9th degree of Aries, very important degree, which is going to remind us of October. We had a lunar eclipse. No, we had it was a solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd of October. Now we're going to have another solar eclipse on the opposite sign, roughly at the same degrees. What was going on for you back in October of 2024? Because it's like we're going to have a repeat. That was the new moon in Libra, which could mean anything to do with romance, relationships, legalities, the us. Now it's the I, because it's the new moon in Aries, which is I, me, my. It's thyself. It's the warrior. It's not, the fear. Libra could be quite fearful. Libra needs the other person. Whereas Aries is the new beginning. To me, the mountain here asks for strength. This is also the possible ending cycle. It's a 21. It's like the world card. But the mountain many times speaks to limitations, timing, and delays. But for me, this speaks to strength and the ability to move mountains, because it's an accomplishment. 21 is the world card. Or wherever you're going towards, you're going to be close to water and high mountains. You could be getting together with someone that lives in a very mountainous area. We've got loyalty, friendship here with a dog, and the dog can speak to play and fun as well. All right. Let's see. Let's take more cards. I'm using another deck, even though it's the same. It's the Golden Art Nouveau. if you're wondering. And I've got another small Golden Art Nouveau deck. Let's see what's coming through. Let's go to the now. Why do I have the Seven of Cups? Where things are up in the air, there's chaos. Not knowing what is really going on here. Yep, we've got movement, transition, overcoming obstacles, big opportunities as well. Many doors opening, but maybe we don't know it yet until the near future. Let's take another card. We've got the King of Swords. This could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. There will be communication about movement, change of home. It's like things being cleared. There could be talk of legalities as well. Wow. Okay. King of Pentacles comes through again. So we've got Aquarius and Taurus here very strongly, as well as Cancer. And Sagittarius, I'm going to say, because of the Wheel of Fate. But there's competition here. There's competition. I do see very strongly, the King of Swords. This could also be a legal representative. There could be talk. There could be clarity that this King of Pentacles is dealing with with legalities, or talking to someone that's advising them, let's say. Other than that, there could be competition between an air sign. I mean, Aquarius, I do see many times the Emperor, very many times as Capricorn, which is Saturnian. I get the Saturnian energy here. So this could be an ex that it could be jealousy here. There could be jealousy. Either that, or this is the air being cleared about what's been going on and why there's been such quiet or a lack of communication. We see the King of Pentacles on top of the Knight of Swords. So for some, this could be another side to your person. They have not been showing their true emotions. What they're showing and what they're offering is that they're there. They're not someone that can open up emotionally very easily. Let's look at the Queen of Cups that's at the foundation. We've got Leo here, the Strength card, and the Knight of Pentacles here. So Virgo and Leo come through. This could be your energy. If you've got Virgo, you've got Leo. This is like holding back on one's desire. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving. Virgo is very slow, grounded, whereas Leo is fire, creation, desire. There is a lot of desire, even though there's also emotional openness here. I see more the masculine energy, more practical and more being there than being open emotionally. They're holding back on their emotions, possibly coming through as more sexual, whereas the feminine is coming through as more emotional in the past. Eight of Pentacles, someone that works a lot, or someone that's putting effort into a closure. If this is an ex, someone that you're dealing with, that's going through, that you're releasing possibly, this hasn't been easy work. If the Emperor is another side to this King of Pentacles, then they've been focusing on work and also putting in a lot of effort where there's huge change going on in their life. Let's take one more, because Scorpio comes through for the Emperor here. Three of Swords, they're releasing something, or this could be someone that you're releasing. Four of Pentacles, holding back on a family situation, the ending of a family situation. Look at the repeating messages. Talk about being the miser, someone having A lot of expenses, watching their expenses if they're going through separation, divorce, or holding back on what's going on in their family life. We see the family life here, but it's a 10. And the 8 of Wands, which means the miser holding back before the energy starts to shift, and there's transition, there's change, remember what I said, there could be an offer, an invitation. But these are also the wands of desire, passion. It's also energetically, things are changing as the sun is going to ingress into Aries. This is holding on and waiting on that bliss, on that dream. Or this is someone holding back on what they're closing up and finishing, a life cycle, a family situation. Let's look at the Chariot. 9 of Swords. Lots of worry pertaining to travel, movement, a change of home. See, there are regrets, there's remorse relative to the past. 5 of Cups. Crying over spilt milk and crying about the past and the changes. But we've got the Ace of Cups here. And the 2 cups are still standing, which this person is unaware of. So there's an opportune moment here. This is the hand of spirit, the hand of God, but it's also self-love. Okay, someone needs to let go of the past. Self-love, heal. Why do you have the 10 of Swords? And you've got the Ace of Swords, which I said the 10 turns into the Ace. A lot of clearing of the air. You can be victorious in clearing. Whoever's betrayed you, you're leaving them, you're leaving. You're becoming single. There's the 9 of Pentacles. You can stand alone. You can stand on your own. What's missing? She's looking straight at this Knight of Swords. It's like they're wanting to meet up. There's a mirroring I get here, where both of you could be going through the same notion, the same, like a mirror. This is Virgo. Virgo energy, and Virgo is all about doing things in perfection, but also being of service to others, working very hard. 9 of Pentacles. What's missing is the Ace of Pentacles that this king holds. Let's look at the Knight of Swords, as your person possibly is coming through very quickly with a lot of communication, dealing with legalities. Libra. They're dealing with a lot of karmic justice. And they could be, we've got 2 knights, an air sign and fire sign. Yes, this could be someone that travels for work as well, or someone that's ready to move towards what they desire. They're dealing with legalities. They could be dealing with karmic justice at this time. Where are they going towards? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, they're usually a couple. Now, if the Queen of Pentacles is a past partner for them, I'm just saying, looks like your person was not really there. They were not, if they were in another connection, they were not happy. That's why they're coming through as the Knight of Wands. Let's take one more. We've got the 4 of Cups. So emotionally they were unhappy where they were, or they've missed opportunities possibly with you in the past, and there are opportunities that are returning, just like the retrogrades. Remember, the Ace of Cups is here and it's also here. Let's take one more. There's the Page of Cups. There it is as an outcome. Let's look at the King of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. Marriage. Page of Swords. Gemini comes through. This is the 1111 portal. Yep, the portal opens, you have communication with them, and the 6 of Swords speaks to enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So some of you are receiving an invitation. It could be to a place that they call home. It could be to their business. Gemini. Gemini is all about decisions, having made a choice, clearing the air. Let's see what the outcome shows. Lots of air, so your person could hold strong air. We've got the Six of Pentacles, which is like the return of the reciprocity. Maybe there was no reciprocity. This could be someone going through legalities, needing to pay money out for a child, for, you know, for anyway, what they owe karmically, karmic justice, I'm going to say. And we've got the Star here, which is like a wish fulfillment. Or this is talking about, because Aquarius comes through, Pisces, Aquarius, and Libra we've got here. This could be communication through social media. Six of Pentacles, remember, he's giving more to this side than that. So this person felt left out in the cold, felt a sense of injustice. Maybe justice is coming through now. We've got the Justice card here. I want to take one more. And the Three of Pentacles. This is collaboration. Some of you deal with this person through work, or maybe these are the gifts that are coming to you because you've been working really hard. You've been noticed for your abilities. You've been noticed for the effort that you've put in. And we also see at church, you've kept the faith. See, there are many dilemmas here with the Two of Swords and choices. Let's see what Spirit wants to advise here. The wisdom of the Oracle. Wow. Oh, stay optimistic about your love life. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together, but leave any situations where there was not enough attraction or chemistry. If that has fizzled out and gone, forget it. It's like beating a dead horse. Let's see what Spirit advises here. All that glitters, and it's in the reverse. Number 16. Let's read the protection message. 16 equals a 7, which is the Chariot. Cancer. This is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There is a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Pursuing it will only bring about a difficult situation. You will be very sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how Spirit protects you? Better things await. I almost said awake. So some of you are going through an awakening process, that's for sure. Observe, maybe we're seeing things that we haven't been able to see clearly. And hopefully what is leaving us is something rotten and something very, very nasty. Let's see with a little love oracle. What's going on in love, dear Spirit? What is going on in love? Remember that Virgo, the Virgo lunar eclipse, which happened on the 14th, was a completion point. Remember, Virgo and Pisces, they're all about healing. They're all about purification, which could be a process. Let's see. We see many masks here, right? Let's see what's really going on here. What is the potential, dear Spirit? We've got the pig, the house, and the marriage. Very interesting indeed. Okay, well, the pig could be anything financial, of course, because it speaks to reality. The pig can speak to finances as well. So, practical matters or relationships that are skin deep. We've got a very spiritual, we see Venus up here. So it is a number 8 here, but it's like the world card. It's a 21, and it does remind me of the world card that we saw. It's like a relationship maybe that was more, more spiritual than practical, even though it did hold the passionate, skin deep side to it. But also for me, this can speak to practical matters in life, or even money, because it speaks to luck, abundance, awareness, and spiritual enlightenment. So, the pig can speak to riches, right? So money, maybe finances having played, or practical matters having played a very strong role relative to a relationship, to your relationship. These could be two different relationships where Venus is the spiritual connection, whereas the pig is the 3D connection that you're in. Here we've got the house. Now it's the 10 of Pentacles and it's the Queen of Pentacles. So this speaks to stability, safety, and good news. And of course, it's very similar to the Empress. It's a 3. Here we've got an 8. It's like doing the infinity symbol, going through, again and again, trying to finish something up. A life cycle, it could be, get to that accomplishment where the spiritual connection could become a practical connection in reality. Here, the now position, Queen of Pentacles, someone who's very stable, right? The house can speak to the relationship, but again, I'm going to say, because we've got Queen of Pentacles, which could be Capricorn, of course, Capricorn, Virgo, or even Taurus, a lot to do again with a practical side, with money. But the house to me is like the relationship. So the patience of the divine feminine is what's going to bring the stability, because we've got 3 amazing cards here. We've got the option here of, a long-term relationship that also can say the same thing, but it's also the 10 of Pentacles, which could say that someone is coming out of another marriage, right? Because it's the 10 of Pentacles, which turns into the Ace. So it's a life cycle coming to an end. This is the Hierophant. It's a number 5. And 5s do speak to change. This could be a change of partnerships. So we could look at these cards in many different ways. 10 of Cups, purification, the bride. She receives a letter. She communicates, just like here with this female that's through communication, through her cell phone, her mobile phone. She communicates with her person who's not close to her. This speaks to a successful marriage, but maybe this could be the illusion. Maybe this could be also the illusion that something seemed to be successful, but it was only skin deep. It was only because of finances. And that's why the ethereal, the spiritual connection came through with another. Yep, a lot of luck here, lots of changes, 2 10s. This is the clover, the lucky clover. It's a Jupiterian energy. The path to that home, to that house, to the luck could be here, and someone wins that because they were very patient. Queen of Pentacles, she's responsible, she's the go-to person, if she's in the upright, of course. If she's not, then she's only about taking. So maybe you could have been dealing with someone that was connected to another person that was just taking. And there's the Thief, the 7 of Swords. So there has been, someone could be seeing in the near future that there has been secrecy, third parties. You see the thief leaving the house, someone that was in it just for the money, just for the the facade, let's say the mask for the community. So it will be different for each of us. Let's take some love thoughts, some emotional thoughts. Wow, what a ride this was. So who's observing? Who's seeing that all that glittered was not gold? Who's seeing that? Is it you? Or is it your person? Difficult lessons, a very karmic time. But remember that Pisces is where the North Node is. Whatever we're leaving behind is meant to be. And we're moving towards what Spirit's plan is for us. So even though it may be tough, it may be hard, change is never easy for us people. We are creature comforts. We're creatures of, how do I say it? Please comment below and let me know. Change is uneasy for us. I'm not getting the proverb now. Let's see. Think of your person. We are from such different worlds, but I'm willing to work on this union. Let's see where this will take us. I dreamt of you before I met you. Forever yours. A love like ours will never pass, be mine. I don't want to be the third person. You are my other half. I want to give you everything in life to make you happy. Waiting for you to make your choice. I won't be waiting forever. I've made a million mistakes. Can you forgive me? Our love affair still haunts me. I miss you just as much as you miss me. I can't help myself from falling in love with you every day. We come from two very different worlds, but we can overcome this with our love. And this is my truth. Take another card. Let's take one more card and see what their truth is. I love, love, love you. 9 of Cups. Unbelievable. That is beautiful. And it was wonderful. We had fun, but I must now move on. Someone is leaving a situation where that fun turned into hate. My dear friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. If you're after a personal reading, because we read the energies here. If you're after a personal love reading, we do offer twin flame readings on our website, either a 1 hour or a 90-minute one. The link is beneath the video. So also a special thank you to our patrons for their support and keeping this channel afloat. Happy astrological year, everyone. And this new astrological year will be a very powerful one, a very big life changer for all of us. So I'm very excited about what's to come. Even though the energies are so still very heavy, give it a couple of days, the energies will shift greatly, and slowly we're getting there. So things are taking longer than what they should. As I said, the Pisces season will be prolonged, as I've been saying from the beginning of 2025. The first 4 months of the year will feel like the tail end of 2024. So give yourself time. It's a time of doing the inner work now. It's not a time of starting new. So be patient with yourself, be patient with others. It's that tail end of the storm that we're going through now. So I will leave you with that. Thank you so much for your love and your support. Love to each and every one of you. And I will be back with messages from your person. So do leave the yes please beneath the video, not in the chat section, and I will get back to you. Make sure you leave your name and your person's name if you so desire to do that. And I will be back with a video where you'll be seeing me taking taking some messages for you. So love and light, thank you so much, everyone.